Hello friends, and a very warm welcome to our channel. Today, we're not just talking about defense, we're talking about India's growing self-respect, our pride on the world stage. A big part of this confidence comes from our own defense abilities, especially our very strong missiles that we made ourselves. These aren't just weapons, they are signs of how smart our scientists are, how well we plan, and how much our country is set on protecting itself. From the cold Himalayas to the big Indian Ocean, these guards stand ready, making sure India's voice is heard and respected. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to look at the top 10 missiles of the Indian Defence Forces. Stay with us to learn some interesting things and details about how far they can go and what they can do. We'll be finding out about the smart ideas, the plans, and the amazing power inside these incredible machines. It's a trip into the heart of India's new defense ideas, a story of big dreams, hard work, and new science. So, get your notebooks, or just sit back and listen, because you're going to learn a lot. We'll explain each missile, not just its details, but also why it's important for India. What makes them special? How good are they compared to others in the world? And most importantly, what do they mean for keeping India safe in a world that is getting more complicated? This isn't just for people who love defense stuff. It's for every Indian who wants to understand the strength that supports our nation. Let's get started and look at these important parts of our country's defense. So friends, first up on our list is the most powerful of Indian missiles, the Agni V. Now, when we talk about Agni V, we are talking about India joining the big group, the special club of countries with intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs. They say it can go over 5,000 kilometers. Some even say it can go up to 8,000 kilometers. This missile can reach the top parts of China and far into Europe. Think about how much this helps our planning. It's not just a missile, it's a message. A message that India can stop others from attacking. Made by our own DRDO, this amazing three-part missile that uses solid fuel shows India's plan to make its own defense things. The Agni V isn't just about how far it goes. It's about the power it has and how smart it is. It's made to carry a nuclear bomb part weighing up to 1.5 tons, making it a very important part of India's credible minimum deterrence and no first-use nuclear plan. There's also talk that it might have multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles, or MIRVs. This means one missile can carry many bomb parts, and each one can hit a different target. This makes it very hard for any enemy to figure out how to defend against it, how accurately it hits, its smart guiding systems, and that it can be moved by road and train make Agni V a truly strong weapon, making sure India can make its own important decisions, no questions asked. Get it? This is stopping others in its strongest form. Next up, friends, we have a missile that's a real superstar, made with amazing help from another country, and it shows speed, the BrahMos. The name itself, BrahMos, comes from two big rivers, India's Brahmaputra and Russia's Moskva. This is a super-fast cruise missile, and when I say super-fast, I mean it travels at speeds of Mach 2.8 to Mach 3. That's almost 3 times faster than sound. Imagine trying to stop something moving that fast. It's super hard, which gives it a big advantage in a fight. It works on a fire-and-forget idea, meaning once it's fired, it doesn't need any more help to hit its target perfectly. The fact that BrahMos can be used in so many ways is what makes it truly special. It can be fired from moving launchers on land, from warships, from submarines, both underwater and from the surface, and even from our Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighter planes. This ability to be fired from many platforms means it can hit targets on land and at sea, making it a deadly weapon for any part of our armed forces. Its high speed means the target has less time to react, and just the force of it hitting is huge, even before you think about the bomb part. They keep making it better, including a super-duper fast, hypersonic version that's being made. This makes sure BrahMos stays one of the best missile technologies, a real power booster for our forces. Moving on, let's talk about one of the first big successes of India's special missile-making program, IGMDP, the Prithvi-2. Now, Prithvi-2 doesn't go super far like Agni. Its strength is that it's a short-distance missile fired from the ground to hit targets on the ground. Think of it like a hard-working helper on the battlefield, made to support our soldiers and hit enemy things like groups of soldiers, airfields, or control centers that are quite close to the border. With a range of about 350 kilometers, it's a very important weapon for the Indian Army, giving them a lot of firepower. Made in India by DRDO, the Prithvi 2 is a one-part missile that uses liquid fuel. What's important here is that it can be fired quickly and hits targets very well. It can carry a bomb part of 500 to 1,000 kilograms, both normal and maybe a small nuclear one, though India's plan is mainly to stop big attacks. Making it was a major step, showing India was getting good at making important missile technology itself way back in the 90s. The Prithvi series helped create many of the newer missiles we see today, and the Prithvi 2 continues to be a trusty and strong part of our weapons, making sure our forces have the tools they need for normal fights. Scene 5. Friends, now let's change from ballistic missiles to something different. India's first cruise missile that we designed and made ourselves. It goes far and is not super fast, it's called Naval. The name itself means fearless, and it truly acts like that. Unlike ballistic missiles that fly in a high curve that we can guess, Naval is like a small plane with no pilot. It can fly very low, close to the ground, which makes it super hard for enemy radar to see it. This low-level flying, plus its long range of about 1,000 to 1,500 kilometers, lets it go deep into enemy areas secretly. Naval is a two-part missile. It uses a solid rocket to start it off, and then a jet engine, like in an airplane, keeps it flying. It's able to carry both normal and nuclear bomb parts. One of its special features is that it can wait around, meaning it can circle over an area, pick out its target very carefully using its smart navigation and guidance systems, and then attack. This makes it very good against important targets that don't move. Making Naval is a big step towards India having a complete set of cruise missile abilities, adding a long-range, sneaky option to the super-fast BrahMos. Scene 6. Now let's look up, friends, at our very own Sky Shield, the Akash missile system that goes from the ground to hit things in the air. In any fight, controlling the sky is very important, and Akash is made just for that, to protect our important places and things from threats in the air like fighter planes, cruise missiles, and even drones. It's a medium-distance SAM, surface-to-air missile, made by DRDO as part of the big missile program, and it has really become a reliable air defense system for both the Indian Army and the Air Force. With a range to hit things about 25 to 30 kilometers away and up to about 18 kilometers high, it creates a safe bubble. What makes Akash particularly good is its ability to attack many targets at the same time, in any weather. It has a smart multi-purpose radar called Rajendra, which can track many threats and guide many missiles towards them. The system can be moved around, meaning it can be quickly set up where needed. Each Akash group can have several launchers, each with 3 missiles, making a strong defensive net. Because we made it in India, it's not too expensive and can be changed based on what we need, ensuring our skies stay safe from enemy attacks. This is our answer to threats from above, made in India, for India. Scene 7. Friends from the sky, let's come down to the ground, to the battlefield where tanks are often the boss. To fight these strong tanks, India has made its own new type of anti-tank missile that guides itself, the NAG. The name itself, meaning Cobra, tells you it's very accurate and deadly. The main job of the NAG missile is to find and destroy enemy main battle tanks, strong enemy places, and other vehicles with armor. It's designed to give our foot soldiers and forces with vehicles a big advantage against enemy tanks, stopping threats before they can cause damage. One of the very special features of the NAG missile is its ability to attack from the top. Modern tanks have their strongest armor on the front and sides, but the top is not so strong. NAG is designed to fly upwards after it's fired, and then dive down onto the top of the tank, where the armor is thinnest, making it more likely to destroy it. It uses a special camera that sees heat to lock onto the target's heat, so it works both during the day and at night. With a range of about 4 to 7 kilometers, depending on the type and because it guides itself, soldiers can fire it and immediately hide or attack other targets. It also has a special vehicle to carry it, the Namika, which makes it even more useful on the battlefield. Alright friends, get ready to be amazed as we talk about the Shaurya missile. This isn't just fast. We're getting into super-duper fast speeds here, what we call hypersonic. Shaurya is a hypersonic missile fired from a special container. It goes from ground to ground and is used for battlefield plans. DRDO made it. While some details are still secret, it's thought to be a land version of the K-15 Sagarika submarine-launched ballistic missile, but with a big difference: how it flies. It's often called a hybrid missile because it can fly like a ballistic missile at first, but then move around like a cruise missile near the end, making it incredibly hard to guess and stop. The Shaurya reportedly reaches hypersonic speeds, faster than Mach 5 when it flies. This high speed, along with its ability to dodge and weave, is a big problem for current anti-missile defense systems. It's designed to be stored in a special container, which makes it easy to handle, move and fire quickly, meaning it can be ready to use very fast. With a range thought to be between 700 to 1,900 kilometers, and able to carry a normal or nuclear bomb part, Shaurya gives India a quick, exact and very hard-to-stop way to attack, making our ability to strike back stronger and greatly helping to stop others from attacking us. Friends, now let's talk about controlling the skies from up in the sky. We're focusing on the Astra missile, India's first air-to-air missile that we made ourselves, that can hit targets beyond what you can see. It's called a BVR-AM. This really changes things for the Indian Air Force. In today's airfights, pilots often need to attack enemy planes that are too far away to see with their own eyes. That's where Astra comes in. Fired from a fighter jet like the Su-30 MKI or Tejas, Astra is designed to find and destroy enemy aircraft at long distances, giving our pilots a big advantage in fights to control the sky. The Astra missile has an impressive range. Different types are for different distances. The Mk1 has a range of about 110 kilometers, and future ones like Mk2 and Mk3 are aiming to go even farther. It's an all-weather missile, and it has advanced technology called ECCM to stop enemy attempts to block its signals. Its own radar seeker allows it to lock onto targets by itself near the end, meaning the plane that fired it can fly away safely. Making Astra means India doesn't have to rely so much on other countries for important air-to-air missile technology, and greatly boosts how well our fighter planes can fight. It's a shining example of Make in India in a very high-tech area. From the sky, let's go to the sea, friends, and talk about the Dhanush missile. Think of Dhanush as the Navy's version of the Prithvi-2 missile, changed specifically so it can be fired from warships. This makes it a ship-launched missile that goes from the surface to hit targets on the surface. It gives the Indian Navy a strong attacking ability to hit land-based targets or enemy ships from a good distance away from the shore. The name Dhanush itself means bow, and like a good archer, this missile is designed for accuracy and power, greatly increasing the Navy's reach and ways to attack. Dhanush is a liquid-fueled missile and has a range of about 350 to 600 kilometers, depending on what it's carrying. It can carry a normal bomb part of up to 500 kilograms and possibly a small nuclear one, though its main job is for normal attacks. What's very important for a Navy missile is that it can be fired from a moving, rocking platform like a ship, and Dhanush has been successfully tested for this, showing its strong guidance and control systems. It gives our Navy the ability to use power from the sea against land targets, helping India's overall plan for sea security and its ability to affect what happens in the Indian Ocean region and other places. Lastly, friends, we go deep into the ocean to discuss a truly important weapon, the K-4 Submarine-Launched Ballistic Missile, or SLBM. The K-4 is part of the K family of missiles, named to honor Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and it's designed to be fired from India's own Arihant-class nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, or SSBNs. This ability is the main part of a believable sea-based nuclear defense, completing India's nuclear triad, the ability to launch nuclear weapons from land, air, and sea. This is a huge achievement for any nation. The K-4 reportedly has a range of about 3,500 kilometers and can carry a nuclear bomb part. Being fired from a submarine gives it incredible sneakiness and makes it hard to destroy. SSBNs can stay hidden underwater for long times, making them almost impossible to find, and making sure we can strike back even if our weapons on land and in the air are damaged in a first attack. This guaranteed ability to strike back is what makes the nuclear defense truly believable. Making the K4, along with the Arihant submarines, puts India in a very special group of countries with such advanced and important defense technology, greatly affecting the balance of power and safety in the region. So, there you have it, friends. A quick look into the incredible power and accuracy of India's top 10 missiles. From the Agni V that can travel between continents to the silent, deep-sea defense of the K4, each missile system plays a very important part in protecting our nation's independence and interests. These are not just amazing engineering works. They show years of hard work by our brilliant scientists and engineers at DRDO and other places. They are proof of India's journey towards Atmanirbhar, or self-reliance in important defense technologies. Understanding these abilities is very important for every citizen, as it helps us appreciate the complex security situation India deals with and the efforts made to ensure our peace and stability. These missiles are our shield and, if needed, our sword, making sure that India can stop attacks and protect its hard-won freedom and progress. The journey of new ideas doesn't stop here. They are always being developed and improved, pushing to do what was thought impossible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about India's powerful missile collection, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends and family, and most importantly, subscribe for more content on India's defense abilities, important plans, and everything that makes our nation strong. We believe that people should know these things. Your support helps us bring more such detailed videos. See you in the next video. Jai Hind.